I'm going to be telling you 5 things that you should absolutely avoid for your low porosity hair. Hey curl friends! You're always told about products and recommendations that you should use for your low porosity hair. But what about the things that you should look out for or the things that you should avoid? Number 1 is avoiding using heavy oils and heavy butters for your hair. The reason why you should avoid heavy oils and butters is because we have low porosity hair and we are more prone to product buildup. Since we already have tightly closed hair cuticles, if you're using those heavy oils and butters, it's going to be really difficult for those products to seep in and penetrate our hair. A lot of people don't really know what type of hair oil that they should be using with low porosity hair. So let me share some with you that you should not be using. To absolutely avoid coconut oil. I used to use coconut oil, and no wonder my hair was still dry because it wasn't doing nothing. Olive oil. Those type of oils are hydrophobic oils, meaning that they repel water. What happens when you mix oil and water together? They don't mix, they separate. So just imagine what happens when you're using those oils on your low porosity hair and then you're adding water. It's not going to mix. Now, to replace those oils, you need to be using lightweight oils. Some of those oils include jojoba? Is it jojoba? Jojoba. Jojoba oil. Argan oil, grapeseed oil, and sweet almond oil. My good sis, Rece Remedies, she actually has a hair care line dedicated to low porosity girlies. And her hair growth oil not only nourishes and moisturizes my hair, it also grows my hair. This is the growth oil, and this has grapeseed, castor oil, and sweet almond oil in it. Yes, ma'am, you need to buy it now. These are the best alternative oils for our low porosity hair because not only do they promote hair growth, but they also have a good source of vitamin A, B, E. I've even seen a couple of these oils have zinc and magnesium in it. And with this will help reduce product buildup because they're lightweight. And they will also help maximize hydration for your hair. You should absolutely avoid using a cream whenever you're trying to achieve a wash and go. Now, I'm not going to hold you. I do still use creams. However, I only use a cream whenever I'm doing a mini twist style or whenever I'm doing a twist out. That's the only time I use a cream on my hair for styling. The second thing that you should be avoiding is not using a clarifying shampoo. Girl, what are you doing? I'm not gonna hold you. Back in the day, I was not using a clarifying shampoo. I was using Pantene, Tresemme, and whatever was the cheapest, and that was so bad for my hair. Clarifying shampoo is going to help get rid of all that gunk, all that dirt, all that oil, all that sweat, and it's going to remove it from your scalp and your hair cuticles to revive your hair and give you a nice clean slate, a nice clean slate. Like I said in the last video, we have low porosity hair and our hair is more prone to product buildup due to our hair being tightly closed and not letting moisture and products penetrate our hair. Some of the clarifying shampoos that I would recommend using would be the Rece Curls. I'm so sorry, I totally forgot to record a small segment of me showing you the label again, but I forgot. The only thing about this ACV rinse is that it is really stripping. Whenever I use this one, I absolutely make sure that I go back in with a hydrating shampoo and I deep condition afterwards. That's how drying this is. But aside from that, I like it. Another good clarifying shampoo would be the Michi Detox. Now on here it says for dry itchy scalp. I don't have a dry itchy scalp, but it's a gentle clarifying shampoo. This a little goes a long way. I don't have to use too much, and just like the Rece Curl bottle, it also has a pointed spout, so you're really going to be able to access your roots. Another good option would be the new No Strip shampoo. Now the bottle does not say that it is a clarifying shampoo. However, the product description on the back says that it removes buildup without stripping the hair, which is true. This also goes a long way with a couple drops, and it has a really nice lather. It also does not strip my hair, and I like that because, you know, less is more. This is a learning lesson, okay? I was going to recommend this one to you guys, but even though I have used the Shea Moisture, this specific Shea Moisture shampoo, I don't think I like it as much because it's drying for my hair. And now I see why it is, because it has castor oil in it. Even though this has apple cider vinegar in it, it still has castor oil. Me personally, I shampoo my hair about every 2 to 3 weeks, but this will depend on your hair, your schedule, and a bunch of other factors. But like I said, I like to shampoo my hair every 2 to 3 weeks. Now for this, every wash day, I use a clarifying shampoo. And this is because I have a lot of days in between my last wash day. Also, whenever I'm styling my hair, I'm using a lot of products. So it's good to have, like I said, a nice clean slate when you're using this clarifying shampoo. Now, some signs that you can look out for so that you can know that it's time to clarify your hair would be dull and weighed down curls. You can feel product buildup on your scalp and on your hair, meaning when you touch your hair or when you touch your scalp, your hands are really greasy. And honestly, you can just feel your hair being dirty. You know how you've been out all day, you've been to work, you ran some errands, it's been sweating a little bit, you've been ripping and running around, and you feel your body with that dirt on it. That's how your hair feels. And that's how you know that it's time to wash it out and start fresh. When you don't use a clarifying shampoo, you're not getting rid of that product buildup, and you're not starting fresh with a nice clean slate when you're trying to do a new hairstyle. For example, if you haven't shampooed your hair in about 3 weeks and you just use a hydrating shampoo to cleanse your hair, it's going to clean it, but it's not going to do a really good job because that product buildup is still there. So when you go to do a wash and go, no wonder you have puffy roots and defined ends, because you're not clarifying your scalp to get rid of all that buildup. The third thing you should be avoiding for your low porosity hair is using cold water. Warm water is best for low porosity hair because it opens up the hair cuticles, allowing that moisture and product to penetrate your hair cuticles. Cold water, on the other hand, constricts, meaning it's going to close your hair cuticles, causing product buildup. So when you're shampooing your hair, you're doing a deep condition mask, you're applying a leave-in, always try to make sure that you're using warm water. Not hot, not scorching hot, not lukewarm, warm water. A lot of girlies say to invest into a hair steamer. I have not invested into one just yet, even though I should, but a hair steamer has steam. And that steam is going to open up your hair cuticles, allowing for a effortless and seamless wash and go, so I've heard. When you allow the warm water to open up your cuticles, you're allowing the product to penetrate your hair so much more effectively. By doing so, allows moisture to penetrate, and your curls are going to thrive so much better. My typical routine is to use a clarifying shampoo. Sometimes I might go in with a hydrating shampoo, and then I'll deep condition. And every wash day, I always go back in with my heating cap. This is what a heating cap looks like. It's literally a cap, and it has some type of, like, I think soybeans in it or something. But you just pop this in the microwave for a couple of minutes, and when you take it out, it's hot, and then you put it on your hair for your mask. And then it's going to opens up the cuticles, and it's going to allow for my curls to just cooperate a lot better, also making them a lot more manageable. Right, I'm going to leave all of the products that I recommended down in the caption below. The fourth thing that you should be avoiding for low porosity hair is protein. Literally run from it. What the heck is protein? Why do I need to avoid protein? How do I avoid protein in low porosity hair? I'm about to tell you. Protein for your natural hair is designed to help make your hair stronger. It's also used to help minimize hair damage. Some common proteins that you may have heard or seen in some of your typical hair products would be keratin, collagen, and amino acids. Like I've been saying throughout this whole video, we have tightly closed hair cuticles, so that thick boy, she ain't getting through. And without getting through, she just gonna lay on top of our hair cuticle and just pop up there. She's going to coat our hair cuticle and just cause product buildup. And with that product buildup, she's also going to cause brittleness, dryness, and stiff curls. This is going to make it really difficult for our hair to absorb moisture if we are going through a protein overload. Some common signs that you may be in a protein overload would be frizziness, dryness, brittle hair. You can even notice a difference in your hair texture or your curl texture as well. Your hair might even also have difficulty holding a curl. For example, this gel by the Doux, this is their Big Poppa Defining Gel. Don't get me wrong, this gel is bomb. However, it has protein in it. This is why you need to be looking at your ingredients for the products that you're using. And I didn't even notice until like a month or two ago. Pretty close to the end, so it doesn't have too much protein in it. You probably can't even see, but right down here at the bottom it says keratin. And keratin is a protein. This is a really good gel, by the way, too. So a alternative is the Michi gel. This does not have any protein in it, and I use this for a wash and go, and it's the best wash and go that I've had in probably like a year. This is tea. Let's just say you're in a protein overload and you have low porosity hair. How the heck are you going to fix this? For one, you need to be looking at all of your hair care products and finding the culprit. I'm not saying completely stop using them, but you need to be mindful of the products that do and that don't have protein in them. You need to find alternative products for those products that have protein in them as well. Mainly your shampoos, your conditioners, like I showed you guys earlier, some gels. You just really need to make sure that you're looking at the ingredients in your products. You need to clarify your hair so then you can have a clean slate to work on. And you also need to focus on deep moisturizing, because a sign of a protein overload is dry, brittle hair. You need to replenish that moisture back into your hair so then your hair can be nourished again. And lastly, even though we don't need as much protein, we still need protein. So you need to make sure that you're limiting your protein treatments to at least every month or every couple of months. Do whatever works best for you. The fifth and final thing that you should be avoiding as a low porosity girl is heavy heat styling. Now, if you love to use blow dryers and irons, please come to the front. Put it down. Okay? Put it down because you're frying your hair. Now, given, yes, you can take care of your hair and use all the heat protectors in the world, but, baby girl, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, but please put the irons down. There are so many different hairstyles that you can do without needing the use of a iron. Air dry. Okay? We need those curls to thrive, okay? Not be fried. No, but seriously. So you're probably wondering, okay, why are girls with low porosity hair more prone to heat damage? Well, this is because, what have I been saying the whole video? We have tightly closed cuticles, meaning it's hard for moisture and products to penetrate our hair. So when you're using a heat tool, that heat is being applied to our hair strand and it's damaging it because we don't have that extra layer of moisture to protect our hair cuticle. And that heat is damaging it. So you need to be careful. I personally scared myself into heat damage a couple of years ago. So I only iron up my hair once a year, literally. And I rarely use a hair dryer. I normally just air dry. So I pre-plan my hairstyles literally days before the events. And like I said earlier, there are so many different hairstyles that you can do in replace of grabbing that iron. You can do a braid out. You can do a twist out. You can do a mini twist. You can do braids with some beads. You can do box braids. You can do a flexi rod set. You can do a perm set. There are so many different alternatives. Put the heat down, please. To conclude, let's go ahead and go over our recap. Number 1 is you need to avoid heavy oils and heavy butters. Number 2, you need to avoid not using a clarifying shampoo on your wash days. Number 3, you need to avoid cold water when shampooing and styling your hair. Number 4, you need to avoid protein at all costs, but remember to go back to it every 1 or 2 months. Number 5, you need to avoid heavy heat styling. I will be making a part 2 to this video for some more things that you guys should avoid as low porosity girlies, but in the meantime, make sure you love your curls, make sure you nourish your curls, and make sure you go ahead and join the community of other girls with some crazy curls. That was like a tongue twister. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!